And we are streaming. Apologies for the slightly late start, and also for not doing this last week. Last week I just suffered a migraine in the morning of that day. I had the day off, actually, which was more annoying than anything else. I always get ill when I take days off. I should learn. And yeah, decided to leave the stream because it's taken me this long for it finally to send the code through to my email. So I'm just going to add myself in, and we're going to get some games started because we have people waiting. So, just going to queue that up. I should really, by default, just have it on auto-matching when I'm not using this, but, you know, sometimes I like to shuffle people around, so I don't like to have it on by default, at least during a stream, and I keep forgetting to turn it back on after the stream. Oh, well. Anyway, other than that, how are we all doing? Also, ignore that. Sorry, I've been streaming some tabletop Magic the Gathering, so yeah. I say playing Commander over webcam works a lot better than I thought it was ever going to. Not just because I actually win games, but you know. Alright. So all the delays have happened. Can we get this fourth person in? Can we actually get started? And can I have a reasonable result? Because I don't think I've been doing all that well recently, have I? Let's see. What are my last set of scores? I mean, not abysmally. Second, third, second, from what I can tell. Oh, no. Second, third, second. So, yeah, my last stream was interesting. Also, I've just noticed that somebody is not here, and I'm not in match management. Oh, he's back. Okay, that's fine. Restore. Alright, so we're starting dealer, 1 Dora, and a reasonable-ish hand. Let's see how this goes. Alright, Link calling the off-win straight away. So, presumably bonus tile, or Honitsu, or something of that nature. Also discarding a middle 6. I mean, all the 6s are in the middle, but you know what I mean. Solar also going for an attack. So it's going to be one of those games, which is fair. It is in fact the standard fare for Tiles of Confusion the way this works out. So, assuming Honitsu, Manzu Honitsu based on the pause on 2, that could have gone somewhere else admittingly, but... That means I'm more inclined to try and get rid of those now. Beyond that, probably breaking the 2 here and then just getting rid of East-West when they... sorry, East-White when they become relevant and easy to get rid of. And if we draw a second in the meantime, it's not the end of the world. Alright, East is a double. I know it's a double to us more than anybody else, but we'll get rid of it now. Evening, Kyril. I'm surprised you're not Mahjonged out, aren't you? Given you've had 3 hours of Mahjong before this. Double Dora. Okay, well that's the signal up there that we knew about. Okay, good draw. So ideally setting up the 147 here. Can still push this into Tanya if we want to try and force something. We are up against 3 calls now. But we know the dots are pretty safe. Alright. Ooh, triple Dora. That changes things a little bit. I'm going to cut the 2 anyway. At some point, we're going to want the 3-sided weight here. We have to just get us into Senpai or not, so we'll advance. That confirms the Honitsu that we kind of gathered anyway. Could be Chanter. Be another reason for getting rid of the middle tiles earlier. Yeah, I'm going to accept this. We want to race him. 1 call from Tenpai as dealer with 3 Dora. If people want to attack into this, I'm fine for them to do so. Temptation is to try and push that, but it won't, they won't. They'll see door of 4 and just go, oh no, and we'll keep going anyway. So let's not give them any info. That's a little awkward. Cup of tea for the moment. Honitsu on the right is the problem, I think, if it's going to be anything. The Sozu 147 looks like a better bet. Mind you, Prospero did probably notice the pause on the 1, so we're unlikely to get another one out of him. But plenty of tiles we can still draw into this. And 5 being a safe tile to the triple call Honitsu is probably means that Prospero's got a spare one, he'll play it now. Which is good for us. Yeah, he's decided to go. Live chin. Bloody hell. Alright, not much I can do here. Prospero's got something. 4 dot is one of the few remaining things that could be. Called 7 against the 6-8 discard drop. Yeah, I don't have a lot here, do I? I'm gonna bet it anyway. Sailor folding? Sailor might be folding. Well, people should queue up. There's only one person apparently ready, and that's you. So, of course, cough cough, people should queue up. This is going to be... I should probably toss this, because the sequencing is we have to play this. If we're going to advance with Tanya Dora 3. Alright, Tenpai, free-sided. Well, technically free-sided. It's really just 2. Interesting. Chiso's awkward. Forso has been played. Yeah, I gotta go with this. So basically we've got Tanya Dora 4 right now. 3-6 that doesn't seem like it should come out of anywhere, but we'll see. Red safe. I mean, this is a great start if we get this, but it has been a very aggressive hand. Well, we're gonna have to play it. We got a deal among, and there's no reason not to go for this given the value we're getting back, but that was dodgy. Prospero is obviously on a quick Tanyo style hand. No idea if Link's on that Honitsu anymore. Probably is, but... But 2 more draws, we're going to have to risk it for this level of value. I mean, if it's spare, Link will play the 3-6. Alright, Chanter. No, it wasn't. Green Dragon only. That was a bluff wait for not a lot of value. Well, correct decision to attack that, depending on what Solar had, I guess, but it was always going to be correct with Dora 3. Dora 4, we're absolutely going for it, but... one of those slightly annoying bit hands that almost certainly, when I deal into that later, when they've gone for 3 calls that early, will almost certainly be worth more than 1,000 points. Because that's the way this goes for me at the moment. Oh well. I mean, they went for the dream before they had anything. That was the second call for the bonus tile, not the first. So that was 1,000 point dreams for things, but oh well. In fact, there was a first discard North call as well for that hand that was at least 2 away from Tenpai and hadn't had the secured Yaku at that point. Yeah, but I don't think that's what happened. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. If they hadn't identified Honitsu and decided to half-fold, then that happens. But that's not the impression I got from that hand, gotta be honest. Again, Solo could have had something genuine. I got the feeling Prospero was probably on a quick hand to try and steal the game a little bit, but kind of that's what I was doing, so... Again, we'll have to review and check. So we got a Pinfu Ipeiko. Not a lot of value, but certainly more than the last win was, so... Hey, there we go. I actually got Pinfu Ipeiko with 8 winners. And a half Sudi. So, let's see. And so does he look like the risky tiles over the dots? Well, I guess dots look a little risky, but we'll see. Ultimately, I just go draw it. So, Riichi Pinfu Ipeiko, 52. Two close to 1. Yep, seems sensible. Link's matched discards a couple of times, so I imagine he is just trying to go around it at this point. Yeah, okay. So they're all playing defensively, which is fine. Don't mind that. That gives me more chance to actually draw the thing. Prospero probably... Well... He went 1-9-1. If he's got another 1, he might have just decided to play that on the basis he's got 2 or 3 of them. Okay. Just wasn't the impression I got looking from my side of things. And that's going to deal in, isn't it? Yeah. There was no stream last week. I had a migraine at the start of the day. It was my day off as well, so yay. And decided I did not feel like streaming Mahjong after recovering from a migraine. Prospero's got a... Prospero had a 50-50, I think, based on that. If he was pausing for that long, he probably could have called that for a Tenpai. And has decided against it based on 2 reaches. Unfortunately, with the way Link's reach is gone, nobody's going to play dot tiles against this, but again, we just have to draw. 3 more chances. We have 3 people currently queued up for a game. 1 more needed. There we go, that's 4. Alright, the sub-game then. Rumi, Chiral, Rise, and Draconis. And Pross was able to sumo, pick up 2 reach sticks, and had a lot of my winners looking at that. Well, 1 of them. Not a lot. Alright, simple's 1,000 points, and we'll take some reach sticks. We drop to 4th. That's reasonable. So I think we'll lean this into Tanya just because Makes sense to try and go +1 if we only need to discard a 9 for that. Have a pair of 7s we're probably going to use. Things might extend depending on how this goes. Worst comes through, I've got an additional thing I can call just for trying to push a Tanyo. Because ultimately we need a... The game is only at 68,000 at this stage. It's a really... Okay, 4 pairs. Interesting. But ultimately it's a close game, so... Any win here is probably sensible. Shanten for 7 pairs then. Alright, we'll go with this. Wasn't what we planned, but 7 pairs and Tanyo for plus Riichi 9600. But obviously we have to get there, and also Solar has got a thing, so we're gonna wait till he comes back. Alright, restore. Not gonna take that call. So 1-7 has been played, so we'll look for something a bit better than that. Hey, Glazzy. Yeah, sorry, we did stop when I noticed, but I'm not sure how many turns actually passed. Interesting. Gonna get the 7 here. We know 1's already out, so we'll go with the numbers here. Definitely not doing that. I mean, if it's a game you look interested in, why not? You do need versions of XCOM, Terra from the Deep to run it, but they're long abandonware or they're extremely cheap on Steam. Oh, we got the Doro we wanted. And 8 safe, so... How aggressive we want to be into Prospero's Reach at this point, I guess. Probably not quite that aggressive. Yeah, we're going to fold this one. We're not dealer, so Prospero picking up a win will put us into second. That Reach is a little more awkward. And that is a fair bit of luck going on there. Richipatsu Pintu. Okay, still in Mungan range. That sort of thing happens. But Prospero a little hard done by that, depending on how good his Reach was. And we were able to fold out, so that's fine. We're going to toss Fedora on turn 1. Largely because the hand looks awkward, and until we get a bonus pair, we're probably not in a position to do things. It also is a little odd, I'll be honest, so we're going to play it a little odd for this round. See if the hand actually wants to go anywhere. We have options into Chanter. We have options into other things, but it depends on how we draw things. Draw to continue this, I guess. So green is out. White is out. Could still potentially draw some wests. One West played. Let's go Tubin. We're not married to the idea of Chanter, by the way. Largely because we've got 2 5s in our hands. One's isolated, one's potentially useful. But I'm not married to the idea. West will keep because it's probably a safe tile for later down the line when we need one. Two ones have also been played, making this side of the Chanter awkward. Yeah, we're probably looking more towards Pinfu. Or just Eastern something. Heh. Well, that too's a bit backwards. Alright, we'll play West now. East is still alive. Dora played by Link after 2 calls is awkward. Let's play the 3 from our hand. CG to the 6 that was just played. Can also play another one if we decide we want to. The delay on that is interesting. If we want to force this, we kind of got to do this now, but it's awkward to get the last bits of this in place. And it might be better for us to keep this for 10 by purposes, but we're going to risk it now. We're going to risk it now. We might as well go for it since the hand is this close. Yeah, okay. We'll take this. Cheap East-only hand is fine for the moment. There was obviously Chanter Sanchku that we had, but this is better. At least in terms of getting the progression on, getting the leader away from the dealer button. And it means we don't have to draw a specific tile. We got a few more tiles to actually get us there, and they can be played by anybody. Drawing the 2 would be a little sad, but we wouldn't have drawn that with that East call anyway, so there is that. And we'll take 1,000 points. Not much, but enough that we can move the game on a little bit. So 1,000 points gained, puts us into second, puts us back on 25,000. And generally speaking, calling for Tenpai is usually not a bad play. Points dependent. This hand is a bit of a mess. Because it was a bit of a mess, we weren't calling that Red Dragon. We might call the second one, but it's not a good consideration. That's actually improved the hand quite a fair amount having this already now in. So, if I get lucky and draw a couple of pairs, never know. Could potentially have some legs here. Okay, so we've got 2 pairs, got a sequence, got this as well. We can go for a Red Dragon hand with this. Just wasn't going to do it off the start and, what, 8 unique tiles? And we're not going to call that either. We're going to hold off, because even calling that, we're locked into needing this last red, which might not even be in the game. So we'll see if we can gamble along other ways, because the other path we could go is Honitsu, which is certainly a little easier now. Have to call it this time. Para West is a good draw here. So Ishanten. There is still a West left. There is still a 1 left. And of course, if we draw a 2, we can just toss the 1 and go into a West, into a 5-8 weight. Or we could just draw West. That gets us there too. Okay, 5-8. So one. So Dragon Dora 1. And reasonably early as well. We have 2 people currently queued up. If we do get 2 more, just shout and I will start the game off. Alright, Hatsu. Okay, tile on the vein, but not quite what we need. Alright, so let's get rid of a end sequence there, so probably just upgrading his hand to Tanya. And I'd assume he's either Ishanten or Tenpai at this point. So that's risky against him. That might get him there. Or maybe not. Who knows? Sounds fun, sir. Alright, drop another 6. Okay, so 6 more draws. We have a reach against us on the 4 dot. So that's going to make dots a little tricky here. 3, 6, 9, likely wait from my perspective on this. And another Ipatsu. 9 so, of course. Okay, so just reach pin to Ipeiko and effective Mangan. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good idea, Rise. I mean, you're always welcome to join us, but not a good idea. Alright, so we have Dora, we have South, we have what looks reasonable hand, in all honesty. If we can get something connected to Vidora, that would be awesome. Pairing up a dragon, always awesome. Otherwise, we're going to have to get rid of those now, I think. We could get rid of 2 here, but we'll sequence that for later. Okay, so force the hand now. Maybe we should have got rid of Adora. It's difficult to get rid of one, though. Oh, yeah, that's fine. I was debating doing that earlier, but... Okay, so we're up against 2 Dragon Calls, which is fine. We've got a reasonably fast hand. Unfortunately, that is 2 calls, and Yaku already established. Double Dora. I'm not following this. One South's been played. Interesting. So, if we get the opportunity to get call, especially Vidora, we're probably going to, and just force the Tanya. Okay. Very interesting. So, Ishanten. Potentially on a West 6. Calling that does nothing for us, unfortunately. That is an awesome draw. And we're going to go for the West Dora. So, West Dora, potentially Sananko. Respect the Riichi, and the West was just played. There's one left we could draw. It's not our wind. But we've locked anybody off discarding Dora later down the line. And having two of them, it could work out for us. Depends how aggressive these two want to be. Link has been very aggressive for somebody in the lead, though he's not in a safe lead, it has to be said. And he's playing risky tiles against it, so still going. We do have the ability to Khan. Both 4 and 6 are available if we chose to do so. But Link is just sumoed. And you have the other 2 Dora as well. Which is fine. So that'll explain why he went aggressive. He knew where Dora were. Which is unfortunate, but if he didn't know that, then that was a very aggressive hand against the Dat. Eventually, he got those calls before I did anything, so... Aggressive continuation, I should say. But knowing where 2 of Dora are, devalues the maximum value my hand could be. So, good attack on that basis. Also meant that I was waiting on a single West Wind, which might not have even been in the game, so... But again, I wasn't to know that, and the hand value was up. Okay. Play the 2 rather than the 9 here. Just because there's an outside chance we get this to Chanter, I don't necessarily agree with that's the direction this is going to go, but we'll keep that as an option that might happen. Get rid of another 2. Should have probably got rid of White Dragon first, but we'll see. Okay. Maybe we are going Chanter with this. So drawing either that or that puts us into... Well, we're still 2 away whichever way we do this, but... Yeah, no need to calm this. We are down on points by quite a bit, but I feel that we're fine to just wait a little bit. We're gonna play the red 5. Yeah. Play that now. That's the one thing that doesn't fit with what we're doing. We might play East next. Correction, we're going to play West. So this is a sticking point. We'll see. It's not about memeing at this point, Mono. It's just about, you know, saving off second. And to be fair, you can't do things until you draw the tiles. And whatever happens, we will do. This also isn't really a meme. Hey, that happens sometimes, Carol. Don't worry about it. Alright, let's throw the white now. We need to... That's a potential problem that we're just going to get rid of at this stage. So, Ishanten. Oh, that's a problem. Alright, fine. We might have to go with the other routes, unfortunately. If I draw the 5, I can't say no to it. We're going to have to just go for it. Same if I draw a 6, because it's Dora. Ah, we would have drawn it. That's fine. Alright, we're up against another Riichi. 9 should be okay. We can play 6 for definite safety if we want to. But again, depends on what we draw here. If we draw the next 9 so, we'll probably have to do it just for following up. Following up with a definitely safe tile, and also with the hand that is the maximum value. There's only 1 9 left after all, so... Yeah. Riichi, Chanta, Sananko... Oh no, we can't get the Sananko because... Oh no, we're supposed to be still... No, we can't. We can't. We're just waiting on the 8, man. Sorry, I was trying to see if we could get the Sananko with this, but we can't. Pause. Can we draw the 8 man though? Alright, game restored. It's a long pause from Link. Oh, that's slightly annoying that we got rid of that went. I still disagree with the things. We sequence this, I think, correctly on balance, but oh, that's a Dora. I was sure that was going to deal in. Thankfully, didn't. There's 4 of them left. 2 draws though. Yeah, we know that's fine because one was just played. Alright, last shots. Last draw for 8 man. Well, I think that does secure third. Also, that's what... So the 8s were done. We had no way of winning with our hand, unfortunately. And that is Mungan. Good news about that is it does technically put us into the game, but this is a very sparse start. Okay, we're going to lean into this fast start and see if we can add some value to it. But with 14k down... And again, this Mahjong. If you're on a single tile, there's always a chance that sort of thing's happening. That just means you cannot win with it. Only slightly annoying. But hey, draw 1 has happened. Could we turn this into Sanchiku? Is the question that I'm trying to consider here. I think, though, if we draw 6, we just cut 6 and reach Pinfu, Tanya. I don't think there's a methodology here where we don't do that. Yeah, we got to go with this. Turn free Riichi. Hope for a free, admittingly, but you know. Riichi, Ipatsu, Tanyo, plus an Ura or 2 would be perfect. But we'll see. 9 dot could be played. One was there. There was a pause on it, but you know it's an early Riichi. What are the chances I'm on something sensible like a 6-9? No, Ipatsu. So Riichi, Tanyo, Pinfu, Sumo would be a good result right now. We get the most points off the person in the lead, which is going to help us with our attempt to just retake it. If not, any win will do, though. We need 1 more to start a 3rd game, just as an FYI, if anybody is out there. Thankfully, we're not giving people all the help with our into a couple of discards. And, you know, 9 dot is the sort of thing that will crop out just because. As people try to go for quick Tanya hands to kill off whatever nonsense Shadowhawk's doing on a given day. Counter reach on the same tile. Well, there's like 1,000 points I could potentially win. Oh dear. And now all my 8-man's come along. That's it is, if I get a 9, I basically get Reach Pin 2, and that's not the best, but something to think about. Well, it was another good reach from him. He had Dora as well. I mean, it wasn't the best of pursuit reaches. That was a 2 pair weight, but ultimately he got it. I didn't, so it's a good reach. It's now free. Dora Dragon in hand. It's another quick hand. It's going to live or die, but whether we can do anything with this. Oh, North is always 2 safe tiles, I think. Yeah, let's play South now. We don't want to hold both. West is doing nothing. Is our wind, admittingly, but 2 of them had already gone. Ah, 3 useless draws, and we're not going to... Okay, so White is now going to get stuck in our hand. Could risk it, but at this point, giving a Mung into Prospero would be an absolute disaster, so we are not playing the White Dragon under any circumstances. Until we know it is safe from other methods. I guess it's our 4th pair. Seems aggressive to go for it, but I think we're looking to toy 7 pairsing this. Because if we accept we can't get rid of White Dragon, the best thing to be doing is just waiting on it on some form of pair weight anyway. So 7 pairsing it seems like the play, especially since we just drawn another one. No fundamental difference, so we'll get rid of 3. 2 was just played. So we can draw a 4 or a 5 dot. I mean, drawing White Dragon would be fine too. Alright, we'll play that on. Because convention says whenever you get this in a 7 pairs situation, you want to at least lean yourself into the possibility of going higher. Interesting. So we could escape and play this now, but I think we'll hold off. Rise has just joined into that one, so I'm going to start that other game off. Hey, it started later, 1 first. So that was a rapid acceleration. Reach across. White Dragon was safe, so that's our answer if this comes off. We'll see. Yeah, as much as I don't want to get rid of White Dragon, I think we gotta with this case. I've had a bunch of good ways that have just been killed by worse ones, unfortunately. Must be most of my game at this point. Prospero needs some points, so he is going to attack on that basis. South is fine. Okay, now we're going to sequence this against... So we're going for Tanyo here, largely because we don't think... I'm not convinced the 5's going to pass in this position. So we're going to play our 2 safety tiles and try and just switch this to a Tanyo only. For a 10 Tanyo only, potentially, as well. West is fine, but... 5's also fine. We can definitely pass that. Yeah, we gone backwards out of Tempai, but I'm not sure we had better options at the time. Actually, best option was just play it. Alright, there we go. So we're Ishanten. Hopefully putting Fret on the board. And he simmers anyway. Alright, fine. Link is having a bundle of luck at the moment. But game continues. We have Dora Norths, which I guess we've got to go with, because I'm not sure what else we can do. 5's a little awkward with that draw. So I hope we draw another white dragon here. Alright, Link's going to keep attacking. Giving this the Toy Toy is going to be awkward with that setup, but might be the correct choice. Also has conveniently got rid of both the dragons that we had. Alright, looking slightly better now. Well, this is not a good Toy Toy hand if we want to consider it like that, but I suppose we can call 7, call 5, call 3, cut these. Have ourselves in that Tanyo position. Especially as Link is determined to attack this. He might know again with Adora R, so he might have a couple in his hand as well. Nevertheless, I've had enough of this, we're going to go for it. I mean, in the strictest sense, that's the wrong move, but we're going to go for it anyway. Or at least bluff a Chinitsu against him. Go rid of 4 first, because he's already played a 5. We know that one's fine. Good draw. Alright. So a couple away. There's only one 8 left, so we might even play that before the 9 here. Because there's more chance of us drawing the... Well, actually, no. There's less chance. 2 9s have just been played. Sumos anyway. On a single weight. Gap of 25. I guess the thing here is not get too frustrated and just look for the opportunity. Because not a million miles away from something happening. It's getting further and further away by every step, I will concede that. But But Among and Sumo puts us second. And takes a big chunk of Link's points away. Okay. Ishanten. Ishanten for Dora 2, waiting on the 7 dot. Doesn't sound great, but that might be what we end up doing. Drawing another 6 would be awesome, because that gives us the option of doing double pair weight. You ask for it, and occasionally it happens. Alright, so the high end for this is Sun Anko-Dora 4. Riichi Sun Anko-Dora 4 would be Hanuman, possibly Baiman, which is our comeback. Love to have canned that, but can't open can it. 9 dots, 6 dots. One time, not this time though. Given Solar an advance, so Solar's probably Tempo at this point. Seven man, 6 dot, 9 dots. Wrong 6. I think I'm going to sequence this for this. He most likely wants it, but don't have a lot of great options for not playing the 6 there. No worries, sir. Could we go late Toy Toy? I mean, it's still possible we can get the 9 call from external. Right, so what are we waiting on with this? 7 pairs on the 5. So 7 pairs, Dora 3. Riichi 7 pairs is instantly Hanuman. If I can get any Ura, that's going to be that. This wasn't what I was aiming for, and it's on a red. It's on a 5, but we'll go for it anyway. We have a half CG trap up. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, you were too late, Kyril. Sorry. We had 3 people waiting from the previous game, actually. Ah, and we get a draw on the other 6. Oh well, I mean, we had no way of knowing we were going to draw that extra Dora, but most of us looking at comeback hands. We're not going to probably do better than this in terms of Hanuman style things, so we'll see what happens. I know. Ooh, wrong 5. But Prospero playing red 5s here means he's got to be on something. And somebody has the option of doing something with that one, but didn't. If Prospero's going for things, though, he might have to play a risky 5. He has played a lot of Manzi tiles, so that's the hope. Ultimately, the hope is we draw it, because, you know, Sumo... 7 pairs, Sumo, Dora 3. Hanuman. Plus the Riichi obviously puts us to 7. If we get 1 Oridura, that puts us to 9, which is enough for close to comeback, I think, with him being Dora. Actually, it might be a comeback with him being dealer there. Because I obviously get double points off of him. But ultimately, the win will do at this point. Well, it's certainly a myth if you're on a 5, gotta be honest, at this point, because they'll be using them rather than playing them. I'm just relying on Prospero's desperation to end the game, I suppose. Which would be the one instance I wouldn't want to take the win, actually, come to that. Oh well. Not going to turn that off. Okay. Well, let's see if that gets to Baiman, because I think that's what we need. We hit Ura 2. We hit the buyman. 8,000 points change from the dealer. I think... Ah, 600 off. I'd not mathed that correctly, but the game is now a 600 game. Into the last hand. If we had one more connection, I'd want a Tanyo attack this. Alright, we're Tanyo attacking this. Is that a full died, you say? Hold on. Pause the other game. Evening, how are we doing? You join us in Prospero's dealer turn in South 4. Actually, I should probably still cut the 9 there. Drawing the 8 does give us the sequence and allows us to reach on the 5-8 though, so... Khan is not a good idea right now. I mean, it does make a difference in 600 points, but we don't want to give Solar any in. Additional Khan. Let's play the 9. Starfall needs to be back. Fine. Restore. Okay. We could have Suanko'd this. That's the annoying thing. The 9 was probably the correct discard, but... Oh, we could have Suanko'd this hand. Oh well. Don't need a Suanko. We need 1,000 points, which is what we're kind of going for, but, you know. Oh boy, I have to laugh. Absolutely. Okay, so 1,000 points set up. Well, 2,000 points we have Adora. No, true. It's just disappointing in hindsight. Wrong 5. Yeah, I was working, so I wasn't able to watch your stream. Unfortunately, I was working and reasonably busy, at least at that point. Probably got to be careful of not dealing into Prospero here, but we're not going to be careful enough with a winning hand to not leave a 2-so against this. So we might have stopped the self-playing, but please win off that. Alright, 4th South. Refused to reach because he figured he might get something better. Decided, no, this is not better, and I'm stuck now. Oh boy. I mean, sometimes I like to wait a turn. I don't do it that often anymore, but I always used to like waiting a turn. Oh, that's awkward. Mind you, I don't think we've got a choice. This late in the game, we could win on draw state if we're in Tenpai and Link isn't, so... Third east should be fine. Ah, okay, so the story of this is I do have a Washizu Mahjong set, and I do occasionally confuse people with it. Gonna play free say here. We have done free-player Washizu games on this channel in the past. Yeah, it's one thing I've done. I haven't done it recently because I need a second person to be here who knows how to play Mahjong for it. But basically, the chat has its own sort of row of tiles and plays against myself and my wife, as it turns out. It's fun, although it does lead to very much. Oh, I win because of exhaust. I won because of draw state. Perfect. It does lead to very much gummy games though, because we just went for a stage where we spent an hour on one hand because all of us had nonsense going on by turn 6. Meaning nothing was safe. Nothing. But no, Washizu is fun. I've also played Washizu on Tabletop Simulator, which was. Oh, I haven't won. No, of course not, because Prospero was Tenpai. No, this is me claiming the win before I got it. West doesn't help us. Is it worth forcing a Sanshiku out of this? 2 away. It was a good time. Mono proving his ridiculous levels of luck, although admittedly not enough to win that particular game. But that level of luck that he pulled off right at the end was absolutely legendary. In a video that almost nobody watched. Given the freeze for Dora as well here. It was extreme levels of luck and you know it. Quite a few. If you name it, I probably have. Tetsuya is actually my favourite, although strictly speaking, Tetsuya isn't about Mahjong. I like Akagi. I have opinions about Saki. Oh yeah, absolutely. No, it was a slow thing, but it was enjoyable for us playing it, which I think ultimately was the point. Nice. Alright, we're in business. I just need that. I just need Vidora free. Well, actually, I need a 4/7 or Vidora free here. And I'll even take it open. Prosco can play another 7 darts. It's fine. Oh yeah, no, I really enjoyed it, but yeah, again, it was a free. How long was it? I think it was 4 hours in the end. We played 2 Hanshan. Oh boy. And of course, because it's a team game, there's always going to be that level of slowness just on communication and trying things. There's no realistic way to speed that up either. Still. Alright, 1 man goes away. So we need Solo to win with something reasonable. Or we need to finish this. The message was that we were losing, Mono. That I think was the message at the time. Alright, that helps. Solar getting a second bit of help is fine. 2,400 is the gap. Solar would need an absolute monster to overhaul us in any case, so I'm not too worried about that happening. Alright, Link is 3,000 down. Green safe. Sumo, please? No. I don't want to do this, but actually no, 4 safe. And also, Solar might want it. North's is wind. Well, I'm going to play it anyway, because why not? Open Sanshiki for the win, then. Or do we play safe and have no Yaku? Oh, I'm feeling like being a coward here, but he did play that one as the Riichi. Alright, we've chickened out of this one. We're staying in tempo. Okay, fine. Fine. We gain points from a draw. We'll lose points from a draw. Because the gap is tight and I don't want to deal into anybody else. And ultimately, I don't need to win this round. It's going on for another. So with this comparative 4,000 points... So, let's spin this on again. It's a tight game. I'm safe to second, so really my only battle is Link Joker, and I didn't have anything good against him. And given the points differences involved, it was an easy chance of me dealing into somebody else. So this is a Tanyo attack. Definitely with that drawn. And again, 1,000 points gets me the win. I mean, in fairness, I've been 1,000 points to win for the last 2 hands, so both repeats. That's a good draw. How do we want to do this? Problem is, all my pairs are going to be bad for calling. We'll just go with that. If I had Fedora to throw out, I might do. Especially since Fedora is Link's wind as well, just for added fun and shenanigans. Alright, 2-5 dunk. And Dharma wait. And Link has already played one. Not that means a lot, but you know, might as well. Indeed, what if memes? Well, the game doesn't give me the chance for that, but you know. we had a hand that was winning the game if we got it anyway, so didn't need to do anything major on that end. And we got an extra door out of it. Yeah, so Link kind of threw that game away, in all honesty, with the way that turned out, but hey. Okay. There will be a new game in progress. I'm probably going to observe it, depending on whether or not we need to do things. I don't know how far advanced the other game is, actually. Let's find that out. So this is the demo Starfall Rise game. And again, giving points to Mono is treason. Absolutely treason. Hey, people are taking points away from Mono. That is fine. It's also South 1, so it's not like to end immediately, but might end reasonably soon, depending. Alright, we have 8, so I assume there's nobody spare, so I'm going to have to join this game. So, on it. Okay, Link joined just before I did, so I guess that's what's going to happen then. We're going to start that game off. Kyril, Prospero, Solar, and Link. So basically, Kyril's taking my spot in this game. Onwards! And meanwhile, we will go and watch the other game, which was the Mono game. Also, is that Master 2 now demo? Yep, Master 2. And then it certainly wasn't Master 2 previously. Well, we join him just as he reaches. So, reaching on a 2-5 with a half CG weight. Unfortunately, by the look of it, a lot of things are kind of stuck there. We also have Mono with a 3-6 reach as well. And Starfall looks like he might be dealing in here if he wants to keep the attack up. Nope, decides to fold and is good for that. White Dragon, does Starfall want to go for it? No. Does he want to go for it now? No. So he's probably going to display his White Dragons out for safety and advance. They're quite close to the end of the round, so just hoping to survive at this point. Mono's going to... Nope, that was a sumo. I misread that. So unfortunately, Mono has gained points. And we don't like Mono gaining points. Largely because he has a mountain of them already. Nah, it's fine. Mono is seriously probably best player at the moment in terms of consistency, if not ability. And it's probably arguable ability is the thing as well. Alright, let's follow Mono for this hand. So, South 2 in second place, 4,600 from the leader with a dealer turn coming up, importantly. So he doesn't need to go all out for this. He can probably wait for his dealer turn, but, you know, if anything comes up, you're not going to say no to it. He is, however, discarding a bit silly, in my opinion. 4, 5, 6, 7. So, yeah, clearly looking at memes again, which is why he complained a few minutes ago, stop killing my Yaku meme, indeed. But this was never on. And he's just casually discarding Dora now. And he still beats us. And he never gets these, by the way. He never gets these. These Yakumen do not complete. And he still beats us. Imagine the mountain it would be if he actually tried. Oh, boy. Nah, it's fine. We like Mono here. We like to complain at him a lot as well. Although, in fairness, he has now killed off his own, so he's now looking at Chanter. Which, again, makes sense, given that he's discarded all the Dora to try and get himself to this point. Miles away from it, I mean. Starfall is building up something at the top. He probably won't go for the full Chinitsu with that, unfortunately, but it seems reasonable. Rise, a way to go. So it looks like Demo is going to be the main aggressor here. Ishanten for potentially Sananko. He has Khans. Okay, so Carnage attack number 1, and he's actually got into his Sananko with that. Reach Sananko from the Khan. That is a Khan reach. That is the power play. Can he complete it, though? And actually, he didn't take... Did he not take... No, he didn't take the Sananko. He went for the 3-dot weight. There's a loose one in Rise's hand. Maybe just figured the numbers were better. Which, given the board state, they might have been. If he was waiting on the 2-3, he'd have been waiting on... There was a 2 already out. Just the 1. Okay, so I think that's numbers there. It's got slightly better odds with the thing, so... Yeah. I still, though, would find it very difficult to give up the Sananko, which... Might have been a problem here. We're in South 3. He's got a dealer turn left, so he doesn't need to necessarily win this. But a breach Sananko hand with Kandora, he almost certainly would have taken the lead with that. I feel he would have got the Mungan, probably Hanneman, but he gets the win anyway. And still gets it up to Mungan, of course. So Reach Tanyo and has hit a couple of Uridura as well, so gets his Mungan. But I feel the Mungan was more certain with the Sununko, but again, might have been numbers involved with that. So, Rise is in the lead, but not by very much. We'll follow Rise for this hand. Because we might as well follow everybody. It doesn't mean a lot, but you know. Okay, Rise with a reasonable hand. He's in the lead, so just basically needs to get 2 quick hands and run away with it at this point. Okay, Mono debating a dragon. He's got another one of his, let's go for a Yakuman because we can hands. Because who doesn't love these things? Keep a close eye on demo as well, because this hand looks quite rapid. So Mono might give up on this and just go for his Honitsu at this point, depending on how his remaining draws go. He almost certainly will go Honitsu, actually, come to this. But he's got safe tiles for later, which is why he doesn't deal in as well. This is the subtle secret to why he doesn't deal in a lot. It's because he always has safe tiles when he decides to give up on his Yakuman. Case in point. That self was absolutely safe having waited that long. There was a chance he could have been trapped on it, but who knows. Alright, demo is 2 away, I think, still. Oh no, not Sad Face Rise. It's all good. So Starfall's called for Tanyo Dora 1. Not a great hand given his point difference, but I suppose anything matters at this point. Wait, I'm making mistakes! Oh no! Call for Shanten for demo. And he puts a little bit of pressure on Mono and Rise, I suppose, so there is that. I will Sumo from Starfall. So we currently have Karma, Rumi, and Rise waiting. I will probably join, but I do want to watch the end of this game first, just because. So Starfall picks up a cheap hand. Rise is still in the dealer spot with 100 points above this the 30k win threshold at this point. So let's see. Well, we know how Mono would play this hand. Yeah, I'll start games up once I see the end of this. I see we have 5 people currently waiting. Karma and Rumi get in because they were in there from the start, so. Well, I know what you mean. I was saying that it was your secret weapon. Is by doing the meme tactics and deciding to give up on turn 6, you have so many darn safe tiles you won't deal into anybody until the late game, if it happens. By which point, you've either managed to recover it into a chant or something, or somebody else has won cheaply and you haven't been they haven't taken a lot of points off you. And that is the secret to your success. That being said, you do get those hands an awful lot. Alright, Rise going quick attack. He's dealer 100 points above the win threshold, so absolutely going for it here. 2 from winning at this point. Yep. And he has Carnage available, which he may or may not decide to do. Carning in this position is probably bad, but he's got a definite safe tile for later if he needs it. Meanwhile, Mono is Shanten himself. I'm not sure it's Shanten that would get him a comeback, though. Dora 1. Not a lot else showing. Riichi and stuff would get there, I guess, but... Okay, so Demo has gone Riichi on a 2-5 4 weights. For Riichi and 1 Dora. That might be enough, given the point gap. Yeah, he doesn't need much. 2,200 is not... It's not impossible from here. Even on a deal-in. Also, that's just depressing for Rise. There are no answers. If he doesn't get exactly 3 for Tenpai, he will deal in. Place a safe tile now. This is exactly why you keep that card. You don't just card straight away. Because sometimes you need it for this kind of situation. Starfall does not deal in. Good decision by him. I mean, Starfall's best hope here is that the game carries on, so trying to wait out the last couple of discards. I mean, one person on this stream learning about that is a good thing. You know. Apparently. Oh, and Starfall deals in there. And I think that is enough for Demo to take the lead. Yeah. Riichi Pin Fedora, 39. So that is a win for Demo. Rise takes second, Mono takes third. Starfall, unfortunately, falls to last. Okay. So we currently have 5 people queued up here. We have Karma, Rumi, Rise, and... Rise, Mono, and Demo. If we add myself into this mix, that's obviously 6. We have 11 online, apparently. So, in theory, there are 7 people who could play at the moment, which is 1 short. So, I'm happy to do an observational game. I'm just going to observe the Cairo Prospero game. So, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to literally roll a d20. And 1 to 4 Karma, 5 to 8 Rumi, etc. In fact, now we've got Starfall in as well, so that's 6. Alright. 2d6 so if I didn't roll doubles, I guess. Okay, so that's... Unfortunately... Karma, Rumi, Mono, and Starfall for the game, sorry. I will join you. As soon as there is one other person, we will have the game started up with the 3 of us in this. But yeah, ideally 1 more. We in theory have 1 more. There is somebody floating around. We have 12 in chat. We have 8 people playing, 3 people queued. There is somebody else who can join us. And as soon as he appears, shout at me and we'll get that. We'll observe it. We have 1 lurker at least. How many we actually got watching the stream? We have 15 watching the stream, which is quite high considering. I mean, oh, that would be Draconis. Does Draconis wish to play, or are you still busy? There we go. Oh, no, he's just literally joined as I queue this up. Okay, Draconis, we will get that game started then. Alright, and begin. Alright, good luck all. Let's see how this goes. So we picked up a win tonight. We probably are going to end up in last just to balance that out. Triplet South in the East round. I mean, normally the complaint is the other way round, but you know. Functionally no different. Oh, well, maybe. Who knows? You have a reputation, sir. You meme too much. Or not enough. I forget which way round it is. Alright, we're going to 9-7, and we'll hope on the 2-4-6 coming good for us. So, starting west, Rise is starting dealer, Demo on the left, and Draconis on the right. This is quite a good table. Alright, well that's part 1. Draw the 7, we're in Tenpai. Well, actually, draw the 7, we're there. We're Ishanten at the moment. A close 7 is not a great weight, so we're not going to reach for it. We'll probably go for something else if that comes off, but... We're drawing a 6, we give us Riichi 2 Dora. Oh, Draconis has had a disconnect. is back. Alright, 7-man ideally. Reach door 1 on the 7. Doesn't seem good, but it is early. I think we'll play off. We'll give it a turn. 7's not something that other people would casually play, but it gives us 1 turn to try and disguise the hand and see what happens. It gives 1 turn for that to happen as well. I have 1,000 points rise. So Riichi and Sumo. As dealer 6,000, and I am going to last on the basis of trying to pursue that. I mean, I don't think that would have changed too much had it gone the other way around. He might have considered what was defensive. That's the disadvantage of waiting a turn. I was just seeing if we had give ourselves 1 turn to try and improve the hand of it. Mind you, I'm not sure what it can improve to. Well, that's not a very helpful start. Closed 4, closed 8, and we are away, but... yeah, closed. So we can get to a pin food or a 1 hand, if nothing else with this. Which would be fine. Alright, let's go the 9-7 here. We got enough that I think we can hold off here. We might be better off with the 8-8 and run. Potentially force Tanya. Well, not much you can do about that. Don't play 3s and 6s into it. I guess we play our pair. Unfortunate. Always make him worry about it. Getting free pin the pass is going to be awkward. Simmered anyway. Alright, well, our attack didn't mean anything, but... he's a pin Fedora, and he's a Hanneman. Thankfully, not while we're dealer, so not the worst. We're still 4th, however. Well, this could be a very quick hand. Unfortunately, there's not a great deal of value here. Hopefully we can get something that connects to Fedora. Nice. Ishanten. Preferably with 3, so we have Reach Pinfu. Well, we go for the extended one, I suppose. The downside is if we would draw the 3, we'd then be putting ourselves for a 10, so we're going to go with that. Well, if you're going for 9 gates, then you deserve to have not gotten it. Gotta be honest. I mean, you can meme for orphans. Trying to meme a 9 gates hand is just asking for trouble. Alright, given that we lost 2, I think we're going to have to go the other way around with this and go for the pair weight on the 2 north. And then we draw it. Not that we were to know that, and we saw 2 of them, so... Alright, live red. North is also a good safe tile, if this comes along, so... Yeah, we're going to play our Norths and go for Tanyo. Nice. Alright, Tenpai, if we can get around this. 2 7s were played before that. Yeah, kill the dealer. Go for it. 5-8. CG. Double CG, actually. So there's not many of them left. Third pursuit reach. Yeah, CG and CG, we're going to go for it. Oh, that's a pain. I go 7s that are safe against one of them. Yeah. Oh, safe against one versus safe against the dealer. I should probably prioritize the other way around, but oh well. Decisions and mistakes were made. We shall move on. Okay, well, this is an interesting pursuit coming up. No! Whatever you're doing, keep it up. Alright, Ishanten. It's like 2-man would be a great draw here, but it's fine. We could also drop a 7 going for that way round. 1-4 on a 3-6, I suppose. Can't north anymore. So it's going to be cheap. Alright, is that enough? Going in for a battle. Reach, and that is Sumo Dora 1. Well, Dragon Dora 1. So, nothing stellar. Okay. North. So Ishanten for 7 pairs with this. Which is probably the correct call. Turn 4, Reach. And we'll see if we can sumo this. Riichi Patsu. Riichi Patsu, 7 pairs. I didn't get any error about that, but we got ourselves back into second and have a the repeat thanks to Rise. Yeah, that was extremely rapid. We've also hit Dora Dragon pair on our initial turn. So that might have been a momentum shift. And we'll see. Ultimately, this is probably going to end up being our pair rather than our win con, but you never know. Right, Ishanten. I mean, not what we wanted. That's a bit awkward, really, with this. But we'll cut this up rather than this. So we're showing the threat, if nothing else, and we have the Tenpai. Double Suji on the 6 dot, which I think is good enough. Hacks and cheating. Hacks and cheating, but Mon is also losing points, so we will allow it. Yeah, we're staying in tempo. I guess the only thing we changed this for is a pair weight. People are allowed to get lucky. I'm certainly hoping I get lucky in a little bit. Alright, we're going to 3-10, 3-6, and this is a mistake, but we're more likely to win by sumo at this point. Actually, I guess it doesn't make that much difference, but we'll take it. We'll see. This is me responding to chat rather than concentrating, but I think we probably were correct in... Oh, I'd even probably called that, actually, come to this. Well, it's fine. We'll take the 3-10. I imagine they're folding at this point. Oh, goodness knows then. 5s are safe. Right, didn't get the Ipatsu. That passed. Forearm, but still East 1. It's fine, it just means I've got a lot to watch. It's fine. Alright, Dragon. Yeah, so that was a missed opportunity. We could have probably stayed in the 6, but I'm not sure it would have come out anyway. Alright, so we're still 12,000 down, so another win would be useful. We can't call this for Honitsu, unfortunately. much as I would love to. Yeah, so I got distracted there. I don't know, we probably would have kept the 6, I think, given the choice now, even with the extra 2 for a 10. Don't know. Alright, one can go. So 2 runs, pair, Ishanten then. So free dots, free man rather. Well, 9's a CG, so we'll play that out. I think we're just gonna dodge him. Try to dodge him anyway. Growth Power 1 doesn't go for a Tanyo attack, which probably seems correct, although 8 passes now. Yeah, so I think it's Tanyo Sanchikyu is our best bet for anything going around him. Playing the 3 in the hopes of enabling Draconis or something, but didn't work. Carnage. Seems fun. We're going to keep those and hope that that's what Price is waiting on. Which in fairness he might be. Forso passes. So we're actually Ishanten here again. 5 passes as well. Can we take this? And what's our hand like if we do? Nine's not guaranteed. I think we're gonna... Okay, Draconis takes the win, and that was a big win as well, off the person in the lead. So, given it's our dealer turn, that's trading the person in first for a person in first who's slightly closer to us, who's now the dealer and has the momentum shift. We also didn't give up 1,000 points from the Riichi. Yeah, I may pause it up, but I was convinced we were about to deal into Rise for something. It was probably an odd closed weight or anything, but it could easily have been that 7. Which I think what we needed to reach to do that. I'll have to look back at that because I wasn't analysing that correctly at that point. We'll pull up on red. Right, luck into the 3, hope the green passes, and we can go for a quick Riichi Pinfu and end this nonsense. Well, there's no nonsense going on right now, but Draconis picking up a dealer dragon is not good. He's in the lead, we need to push him out. That seems okay. We have a possible Itsu on. That would be reasonable nonsense that we could live with. Four passed as well, which is good because could still have been on Honitsu type thing. He left that 1 till quite late. I don't know if that came from his hand or not, admittingly. Demo is probably on a Sozu Honitsu of some sort. Could be a Chinitsu actually come to this, but... Unfortunately, we're not getting what we need. And Dragonis is. Yeah, that was unfortunate, but cheap. Well, dealer is never cheap, but cheapish. Alright, we dropped to third. North's doing nothing for us with 2 played. North's doing nothing for us with 4 played. Nope. No worries. I mean, this is basically an open lobby. You are more than welcome to join if you want to play, although we do have 3 full games currently on the go. So it might be a little bit of a wait for other people to turn up. General rules, if you just want to play. If you're in a game with me, be aware that I don't like you watching me. Just, you know, that's fine. Also have been muted for that. If you're not in a game with me, however, you feel free to watch, comment, whatever. Just be, again, aware that everybody can be in the chat, even if they're in a game with me. That is allowed. Just don't reveal the full extent of my hands. Anyway, hit Sandora. Let's throw the 6. We'll keep the door for the moment. We might be able to extend this into a 147 weight if we're being extremely jammy. Or we can upgrade this. I mean, I'm okay with going Tanya, Dora 2. Alright, let's go for the 135 weight. 135 shape. Do you reach 6 Honba? Oh, is that still in the fleet? That's still in East 1? That game started before this one. Jeez. Alright. Not East 2. Oh, jeez. Alright, yeah, I think we force Tanya now. So go 131 here and just see where we can end up with that. I can't call that, unfortunately. 9 doesn't help. 4 more draws. Immediately helpful. 4's okay. Although, admittingly, having discarded the 3, it's a little worse than ideal, but I don't know. Could still be a thing. Yeah, we're still 2 away at this point with 2 more draws left. Odds are not with us. 8 in 3 directions should be fine. Fortunately, all the tars I could call on that Demo is not going to play are all in the middle. Let's go for the late push. We had 7 Honba. Didn't get it. So we're on... No more draws left. Oh, one more draw left. We can still hit Tenpai. Need you to drop a thing I could call. He didn't do that. 9 is safe in all directions. Well, I don't know what quite that call was about, other than to give you one more shot. So thanks for that demo. That's 4-player no 10. Wow, this is a great hand to have just South 1. Hey, perfect. Perfect, absolutely. Alright. Double Yakuhai start. Wait, you're telling me this isn't double Yakuhai? Darn you. Well, 2 safe tiles. Shouldn't complain at 2 safe tiles. And the rest of the hand's good. I mean, it is actually genuinely good. Especially with that draw. So, 2 away, and 2 safe tiles to get those 2 away, so... Let's see what happens. I guess the only downside with this is we are forced to take the dragon as our pair, but... If that's holding other people up by them not playing the dragons, then all the best for us. Also, 456 Sanchikyu is a thing that could happen here. May even be a thing we aim for. We'll see. Okay, Ishanten. 6 dot Forso, please. Reach, Pinfu, Sanchikyu, Dora. If the Forso comes out. If not, we'll take the 7 and just take a Reach, Pinfu, Dora. Alright, CG. No paths. That's interesting from Draconis, playing the Dora Dragon against the early Reach, but that means Draconis is going to attack this. Might be able to take some points off him then. Sumo. Wrong side, but still. Reach, Sumo, Dora. And 1 error. 79 puts us back in the 3rd, puts us in striking distance of Draconis. That's typically how long I play for. Usually after about 3 hours and a full day of work beforehand, my brain just goes completely kaput and I fail to be good at the game. This does, however, have the slight implication I'm good at the game to begin with, and I'm not 100% sure that's valid. But yeah, usually about 3 hours. Usually starting around 7:30, ending at 10:30-ish, depending. Yay! Just keep drawing the triplets of beasts. Perfect. Alright. I shouldn't complain, but you never get these when... Well, actually, you do get them during the normal game, but you always feel them when you're in the south round and you suddenly get them. Again, it's 3 safe tiles, and we are technically 1 from Tenpai here. We'll throw the 1 there, so close weight, close weight. Have helped Draconis out, unfortunately. Okay, we'll go with that. This is slightly better than having 2 closed weights, so... Having 2 closed weights that are connected. I'd say this is a nothing hand if this comes off, though. But that potentially makes it a bit better. 369 weight. If we can draw one of the middle tiles anyway. 369 reach only would be fine. Could we go Chinitsu or Possibilitsu with this? We could. But we'd be 3 away, so we're gonna ignore that. For a tile we've already played. We'll stick with our hope to draw a 5, hope to draw a 3. There's not a lot of 5s left, actually. maybe Chinitsu is the play then. Well, not against a double call, but before that, I think it might have been the play. Alright, Riichi cross. He's played 5.5 early. We can play definitely safe against the first one if we really wanted to. Because I think the 6 would pass, but we're gonna absolutely safety this. It's a reach from last. We'll pivot and see if we can go into Tanyo. I didn't realise Green was Draw Dragon as well, actually. This shows how much attention I paid the game half the time. Should be fine. Yeah, I think we're just safetying this. And it's not worth the effort of going for it, I think, so... Yeah, 4 up. Alright, so we're out of this one. But it looks as if demo is as well, so we should take the dealership if nothing else, and gives us another chance to claw something back. Did he hit something? Not quite. Alright, so 7 pairs, 5 only. Well, that wasn't coming out of anybody. But ultimately makes no difference to us, really. We're still the same points difference behind Draconis, 49. And we're into our dealer turn. So, 2 hard hand as dealer. Let's see. We have 2 Dora. That kind of qualifies for what I want. Let's wait a turn and see if we can pair up any of the 3 bonus stars we have. Otherwise, we start getting rid of them. Come on. I've had triplets of East being given to me all game. Come on. This is clearly the right time. Yeah, okay, fine. 1 sequence. Alright, so we're going to follow dragons here. So the alternate option when dealer and wanting to rush a quick hand to take the lead is just go for Tanya. Which is clearly what we're going to be doing, because we draw another sequence. So red on the next turn, and then we're going to try and go for a Tanya attack. Shame that 7 didn't come out turn afterwards. Alright, 8's a good draw. Six is a great draw. Okay, so sequence, sequence, sequence. So we're basically there. If we can pair up the 8s, that would be absolutely ideal. Pair up the 8 to the 5. Failing that, Senpai on one or the other. Alright, Senpai. Waiting on 6 man. It's call for Senpai is always worth it. It just now means I could technically draw something and win with it, so... And you never know, somebody may end up having to play a 6. And hey, 2 Dora, so... Sumo. Alright, so Tanyo, Dora 2. As she says, 2,100 all, and we take the lead from that. Alright, we need to keep going because Draconis will be the next deal. He is in second, and he's not that far behind. So, the bigger gap we can try and make right now, the better chance we'll have it coming out with a win. This game, unfortunately, doesn't end unless we can take 10,000 points off of Rise. at the top. I've won tournaments with that strat. So obviously, Draconis will be doing everything to try and steal the win here. Ishanten, though, gonna have to play the Dora to make this work unless we get fortunate with the way this works out. Drawing a 6 would get us there. Waiting on the free 6, of course, which Draconis has now played. I don't know if that's good or bad. Oh, there we go. All right, free 6. Come on, play another 3. Alright, he's on the attack, though. Finally, South 2! South 1. Oh. Alright, CG trap. Come on. That means the 6 is safe, surely. Nah. I mean, I don't think the free 6 is coming out of anybody. Typically, free 6 and 4 7s are unusual to come out of other people's hands. But we could always draw them. The risk is, of course, every time we play is letting increasingly risky to Draconis. And us giving him points is the worst situation for us. Even worse than him just winning points. I might play 6 for safety here. There is one Dora as well, so we've got to be aware of this. Demo calling with one Dora, 9, 6, 7, 8, 7, so that limits what he can be. 5, thankfully, is immediately safe. I mean, you get more of a flow to the game. There is a bit of back and forth. It is possible to make a comeback, and that's why we typically play East-South games, but... well, you would say that. Hey, we have points off of... gets points off Draconis. Not many. East 1. But 29,000, doubled up. Alright, so that gives us a 10,000 buffer. He can still get a Mungan to overtake us, but we've again hit dragons. So, okay, we keep going. As long as we can keep winning, we will keep winning. Which is clearly profound. Profound level Mahjong logic. Positive points! From no more than 2k wins. I mean, if you don't deal into anybody and just pick up the occasional 2,000, that will work. Nah, it's a bit greedy. I could probably have gone with it. I'd probably been fine, but it's a little greedy when we don't have the Green Dragon yet. Because again, the worst thing now is for Draconis to get a free Han hand and we just deal into it and lose all of our 10,000 lead. I was on big ass. Well, you shouldn't have taken the win. You should have waited until you got the better out. Oh, okay. No, I know that feeling. Alright, Ishanten. Play the 2 dots. Mostly thinking about demo here. Obviously looking like it's a Sozu weight, so we don't want to be messing with that. And also, they played a free, so we could potentially call this and go into the double weight. Dragon 5. That's safe to Draconis, we're fine there. Yeah, secondary objective, don't give Draconis points. First objective, win. Okay. Well, let's see how this goes. I want to play the 2-dot against this. I don't know. The only thing I could probably go with is Suji or my definite 5. He's losing 1,000 points for this. Go on then. So the attack is still going. Eight dots should be fine. He played a 9 early. Dora. Well, we'll play 3-5. We got them for safety, I guess. So this is why we have them. Question is, how valuable is Draconis' win? We only know where one of Adora is, unfortunately. Yeah, we don't have a lot of thinking time, so I'm not going to mess about. There's some trouble brewing here. We might just play Friso and abandon the hand. Yeah, okay. So hand is officially fully abandoned now. Alright, Demo's on something and has given me 3 safe tiles, so absolutely fine. Points transferring when the other 3 is probably best case scenario. Demo winning something cheap is good for us as well, I guess. At least better than Draconis winning. Ooh, definitely going for something, though. We're going to keep the Dragon Illusion alive. So I might lose 4,000 points here. Well, I'm going to lose 3,000, I think, regardless. But, yeah, Dragon, and we are fine. Oh, no. Draconis only won in Tenpai. So Draconis catches up by 4,000. Gap is, yeah, not comfortable, but he needs a Mangan to do it in one shot. And we have double South in the opening hand. Double South, double North. Double Yakuhai at this point is brilliant. Triple Yakuhai is even better. Okay. In a hand where we need just one of them, having 3 is good. It also means that nobody else has them, which is the other key point. Oh, you would have that, wouldn't you? Well, fine. He didn't have any reaction to our 3 anyway, so I'm assuming that's unrelated. We're just going to play our normal game here. Any win does it. Yeah, sure. He played a 2 and a 3. I don't want to play Vidora against this hand, ultimately, is the problem. So we're going to play our dragons. I think the link's in the description. If not, somebody can post it for you. Yep, thank you, Kyra. Alright, so Rai's also on a win at this point. I might play one more. I'm not sure at this point. We'll see. Depends how this goes. I think we're out. It's depressing, but we're going to have to hope. We're banking on Rise winning. Come on, Rise. For glory, for moonbeams. We had a really monster hand with this, ultimately, but... Oh, no, this is Attack of the Greed Monster now. We're gonna make red pass? Really? I've got to make... Oh, no, we can make red pass. Okay, fine. Attack of the Greed Monster. Let's get work. Well, we got 4 safe tiles. How greedy is this play? 2 should be safe. Unfortunate. Okay, and that is enough for giving the lead. Alas. Okay, Draconis picks up the win. We take second. I'm fine with the results of that. We pressured as much as we were reasonably able to with that, I think. Maybe we shouldn't have pressured quite that much given the stakes, but ultimately we weren't going to win by being static unless Rise took the win. We were hoping on Rise having a good hand more than anything else. Okay. So the Karma Rumi Mono game is in ridiculous straits at this point. Let's just have a quick glance. It was an early reach, so Suji's bad against early reaches, generally speaking. Mono may have a point about Karma at the moment. What is this? I mean, I know there's attacks going on everywhere, but what is this? Oh, well. Yeah, I was literally just glancing in to see where this game was. Oh boy. That's definitely one for the analysis pile, I think. Anyway, let's have a look at how we have set up. So, Lily Lisa is in with Prospero, Solar, and potentially myself here, I think. So I'm going to play one more. Let's get things started then. So, random seat. Go. This is probably going to be my last one for night. We will see how this goes. Good luck all. It's fine. I mean, it happens. I know how long you've been up, so this is also not brilliantly well timed for you, I think. But yeah, I should actually get around to recording. I've done no video recording of any kind really for the last couple of weeks. I'm really behind with projects, so we'll just have to see how things go, I think. But I want to do another analysis video, and that nonsense might be qualifying, depending on how much genuinely good play there is. I'll have to review it later and find out. Alright, so I'll win in a second. This is clearly where I now need to finish last just to balance out my score a bit. But I mean, I scored 40,000 in both games, actually, so that's fine. Well, this is the thing. If I review the game and it's not actually that interesting, it's just a manic situation that happened, but nothing really for me to comment on in a Mahjong sense, it's probably not the best video for instructional purposes. We'll keep the gamble on South for the turn for turn or two. This hand's not great. Marginally better with that too, but I need a pair of threes to do anything with it, really. So Lisa looking like she's just trying to force a Honitsu at the moment. Probably a Manzu based on things. Prospero Solo not really giving too many indicators of things, although that 4 might be one, depending. Triplet 2s, that helps that out a little bit. We can get rid of the 1 now. So 3 from Senpai at this point. And there's the reach. Okay. So we've got a couple of different safe tiles. We'll just play our south for the moment. So Riichi Patsusumo for Solar, and it was a Mungan. Just a Mungan, though. Okay, so on to my dealer turn. Okay. It's not abysmal. Could do with pairing up one of these bursts, but Alright, Green Dargan. So high end, maybe a 2-3-4, 1-2-3 Sanchiku? Probably not, but you never know. You have to dream sometimes. Prospero want it? Probably not. Okay, useful draw. Still a bit of a way to go, but the hand's at least looking reasonable after getting rid of the honor tiles. Alright, South Call from a North Wind. So off wind usually is going to indicate a Honitsu or Toy Toy. At this point, most likely Pinzu. But we'll see how this develops. You could have a bonus tile as well and just doubling down in the hopes of getting to Honitsu or higher value hand. $9.99, you say? Given that the 9s are almost certainly going to be our pair at some point, I think we'll cut the 8 there. Mono is desperately trying to advertise to make me do some work on that game. Alright, 2 from Tenpai. North does nothing for us. I mean, I went and randomly observed you when you were looking at Dora. I was looking at Dora 4 when I randomly observed you a little while ago. So Karma definitely got something going for him at the moment, where he wants to let it ride and try to continue on things. Look, Mono's a great player. I don't need to watch him lose points. What I was saying is was it an interesting game, or was it just madness in the background? Alright, I think the answer here is that we play the 9s. So that helps the Honitsu cause that we were expecting. I think with 2 calls against us, and the fact that we're still 2 away, we might be too slow to really do a lot at the moment. So I'm doing my usual switch if we were uncertain and trying to supposedly half fold, is just put ourselves into a different Yaku and see whether things develop in that instance, but I have a feeling we're actually out of this one. Which is never nice when you're a dealer, but and there's the dealing. It was a edgeweight bluff really, but I had 2 Dora. Could have been worse from our perspective. It was a deal turn where we didn't lose any points though, so you'd say that's fine. We're still in second. Also, if people do want a game, Mono is actually sitting on it by himself at the moment, so we'll keep the North because none of them have been played yet. It's possible we could pair them up and have some Yaku High. Most likely, though, this is just going to be our standard Tanpin whatever attempt. The North is completely out when somebody plays it, but which is fair. Look, you attempted 9 gates. I mean, admittingly, I probably would too if I had a hand that was capable of going for 9 gates. But, you know, you can't complain that your 9 gates didn't pay off, given how intrinsically unlikely that is, even compared to other Yakumen. Yeah, we'll play north now. Gonna ride the Nageshi out for a little bit. Admittedly, I don't have anything else going on in the hand, so that's why we're gonna keep riding it out for a little bit, but... okay. Alright, so still going for quick attacks. Obviously trying to secure a quick game and also get his dealer turn back. Because it's far harder for us to come back if we aren't the dealer. I'm going to keep that just because we want to potentially have one safe tile against him if he goes for another call. And I guess there's no real difference. I mean, we could draw a 3 and go that way around with it, but... Alright, Prospero on the attack. I'm assuming Tanyo, but he could have a Honitsu as well, actually. We've already played the 1, so the 2-3 doesn't really help us a great amount. And this gives us a potential 3-sided pattern here if it comes across, although admittedly that would be for a 10. So call, do that, be Ishanten for Tanya. Okay, so it is a cheap hand from Prospero. So me and Prospero are both of the opinion that we want the game to end. And end reasonably quickly. So we're just trying to cycle this out and prevent Solo from having, well, having all the fun, really. Alright, 3 more draws. I think we'll stick with this. Hola, Sif. How are we doing? Both this closed weight are safe at this point, so... Oh, we have free pass. We actually have Tenpai. Oh, that's extremely dodgy to Prospero, but I think we'll go for it. Okay, it passed. It's still East 3. That was my justification for it, and, you know, draw points are a thing. Oh, that's also risky. Oh, I suppose actually no. That's only risky to Prospero. And 2 of them are out, so... He played early 9s. We'll see. Wasn't a 4-up. So, what were you waiting on? Free Dragon. 4-7, so more traditional weight, and we were just on the 4 as well. So, Prospero repeats. The rest of his hand is not great. I think we'll play the East. I'm normally tempted to keep Yakuhai for a little bit. We have 3 of them, so we might as well try and force the most risky of them now. The one where Prospero gets a double. And then C. Probably getting rid of the 1 pin next. South that actually doesn't do anything for me and isn't a dodgy one, so... I was vaguely aware of a new event happened, but I've really not been playing a lot on Soul lately, and obviously I missed the stream last week. Oh, we have an early Khan. Unfortunately, my hand is nowhere near in a position to take advantage of that. Get rid of the 1. So, you mean it's exactly like Tiles of Confusion? Alright, 2 away. 1 away. Let's cut north. We see one of them. Dora. I think we have to play red next. We should probably have played it a little earlier in the sequence, but... Force it now. Alright, so dealer has been given a Yakuhai. Unfortunate, but at least he's not going to Khan with it. I'm not going to reach and have double Khan door anyway. Okay, Ishanten. Unfortunately, it's an Ishanten we can't do open attacks with, so... Prospero's making a decision here. He spotted. I think that might just be a changing of weights here, or he's deciding something's a bit more possible. I think we're going to let that go. Alright. So, second call from Prospero, so we've got to be very aware of what he's doing now. Come on, 5 dots. 1 time would be awesome. Give us the free-sided reach. Which would be for a 10, actually comes to that, so no, don't give me that. Double Khan, though, and Dora 4. Well, that's a thing. Are we going to see a Sun Kansu? She hasn't reached with it, so you'd surely reach if you were there at this point. Sankansu is potentially a thing. She hasn't reached, though. Hatsu. 1 has been played by Prospero. So it's safe to Prospero, and he's the dealer, so we're going to play that. Oh, this is one hell of a pursuit, Reach. Reach Batsu in 4. Wrong decision was made. And that's game, isn't it? No, not quite. That should have been game, though. Oh, that was greedy, but we got ground to do. We got stuff to do now. Oh, absolutely, but I was going for it there. I only had one reach available. But let's see what we can come back with. The game is no means over. Yeah, safe tiles weren't the problem. I just wanted to reach. Probably. I probably should have been, in all honesty, but you know, this third game of the night. Also, I got greedy, ultimately. Entirely on me. Myself included. Not everything just yet. We're not out of this game yet. We have a dealer turn left, and this is quite a good hand. Absolutely, we're not out of this by any means. It's a massive setback, I'm not going to deny that. And we are going to have to do some shenanigans now, but, you know, I've had a win in a second tonight, so clearly it had to happen. So we're just locking ourselves into an edge Sanshikyu at this point, with one additional Dora. Good news is, with 2-2-3 played, doesn't look like it's going to be a Sanshikyu. Yeah. You're not wrong. Alright, one of my 7 tiles has disappeared. I want to draw the 3, obviously, because I've played 5-8, so... Okay, hold on. Let's think about this. So I think we'll reach double door is fine as well, so we're going to have to play for that. Even though we want the Chanter, obviously, for the extra value, but... There we go. Reach Suji Trap, reach Chanter... sorry, reach Sanshikyu, and we'll see. I mean, it's already reached Sanshikyu 1, so... Dora Dragon. It was a live Dora Dragon as well, wasn't it? Yeah. So depressing, that's probably giving people safe tiles rather than anything. Alright, 2 more draws. I think Solo's on something. We're just deciding CG based on the earlier 9s, I guess. Alright, let's see if we can get the Haite. 2-pin. But if not, we'll pick up a few points. Okay, gain 4,000 back. Not the worst result. Well, effectively 4,000 back. Okay, can we do anything to sustain pressure here? Not immediately. Alright, so they're going for quick attacks from the lead. I guess makes sense given he's got a... He doesn't need much to be able to kill me, so I suppose that's a factor in the leader attacking. He might also have Dora, so if he knows what that is, or he's got an easy hand to go for. So, dealer turn next, 27,000 points down. Could go for that and try to go for that, but I think we'll hold off. So, Sailor I think is drawn dragon only. I'm not really concerned about that, given my low point score. So we have Tanyo and Carnage available, so that's what we're looking at. Okay, Tanyo Dora for dealer. And actually, we don't want to take calls off because we might actually call the 7-pin here. I mean, it wouldn't be out of character for that anime, actually. Alright, Dragon Chanter up top then. No worries, sir. Thanks for joining us, Mono. And hopefully I'll get a chance to review that game. Hey, I mean, I could lose all mine yet. I might be getting even less. Absolutely my own fault, but you know. Oh, one against that Chanter hand doesn't sound good. But if he's going for Chanter, we will play a 5. Wrong 5. Double run of Prospero. Unfortunately, this doesn't move the dealership on, but actually it does increase my points, so... I am technically closer to the lead, and I am far closer to 3rd. So, you know, progress. We like progress. Although, admittingly, as I mentioned, every time it fails to go against me, I still feel we should have head bump rules on. Ultimately, though, I was voted down, but I still feel head bump should be a thing, even though I would have absolutely lost out at this point. What do you mean, Washizu? Yeah, maybe. I'd be up for doing another Washizu game, but it does take prep and obviously a block of time where we're not going to be busy. And I'm going to be extremely busy over the next couple of months, because my wife is finally moving over. Well, I say couple of months, probably the rest of the year. But I will have periods of spare time that I'll be able to do that sort of thing. I think it's standard on Tenho. From memory. I tend to always play with head bump when I had the original thing, but as I say, I was voted down quite a while ago because of all the people complaining that they didn't get their win because of head bump. But I've always felt that was part of a strategic part of the game because it's something you could potentially aim for. Oh, maybe I should have kept that. I didn't have a Sanshikyu option. Yeah, I should have kept the one there. I should have played 7. Play the 1-2. Alright, Reach from Prospero. I don't think we know for sure are Manzi tiles, so I think we're going to play ours out. I assume bonus tile, which has to probably be Red Dragon at this point. Actually, no, it could be East. Ah, just as I draw an East. Perfect. We know 5's safe. So dots aren't great against Prospero. Well, his bonus tile isn't great there. We could call this, but we don't have a Tanya to really go for it. Dora 9 seems risky. I mean, our best bet is going to be the Tanya this or get some more East, so we're going to risk this. Yeah. It was a risk, I'm not denying that, but... 52. Well, and that's my progress, but dealer turn now. And we need this to be a good one. Well, we have a Khan opportunity, which I suppose is something we can look to. Other than that, I think we're just looking for a Tanyo attack initially and just hoping we can get something slightly better as we go. But absolutely we're open counting this if this comes off. So doing it in one go, we'd need a Hanneman, which clearly we're not unless we can Carney to draw a 4 here. And Solo's already playing Dora out, so that's a little concerning. Also, we keep drawing edge tiles when it looks, and that's clearly what we want to go for, just the Just a quick Tanya. Well, I guess then we're going for Tanya rather than Carnage with that draw. Or at least Pinto Itch. If we can draw a 3-dot, that'd be perfect. If not, we're going to get rid of whichever side of this doesn't work. Yes, there we go. Alright, so Tanya's still on. So that's the good way round. We can call things for this. Fortunately, all we can call is a 5 or a 6. But, you know. It's additional tiles we could call. Okay, 4 potentially gives us another option here, because obviously we do have a pair here. This steps us to pin food. So Tan Pin. Going to counter that one, because we badly need a hand. Fruit in for the moment. Can't win off a door, unfortunately, but... But with a reach on the board, we have absolutely no reason not to try for things. And potentially we could count the 5s. It's unlikely, but you never know sometimes with this game. Oh, of course. That's the way it works. So we're just hoping Prospero doesn't pick up the win here. Well, honestly, we're hoping for a draw more than anything else. A 4 could come out, I guess, conceivably. Wrong 4. It's double CG to Prospero, though. Nice. Gain an extra 1,000 points off Prospero as well, but that was clutching. All right, we begin with a trash hand. We need a few more of those to make this work, though. Hair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In this position, with this start, if I commit, we need to do this. Ugh. The odds are not with me. We draw. If it was one better, I'd have probably done it, but not that one. We're dealer at the moment. The more chances we get for this, the better. We are hoping this white dragon comes off because we badly need it. Of course we do. We've seen you do it. All right. Oh, absolutely. Because I have to be in Tenpai, there's, he was supporting the fold, or the automatic draw position. Unless he's really far behind, in which case I have no idea. Indeed. Because he obeys the rules. South. 2 isn't helping us that much. We'll take a slight gamble on a potential additional Yakuhai. Oops, sorry, additional Yakuhai. Unfortunately, that gives Prospero an out, but we would have given him that at some point anyway. So Prospero is going to call like mad because he desperately wants to prevent me from stealing his third, if nothing else. And obviously, he needs to also attack. He also has a dealer turn coming up. Well, we'll see. We need to pair one of these up, otherwise we're in increasing amounts of trouble. But I mean, the way this develops, he could end up discarding both of them before this is done. Goodness knows who we're giving Dora Dragons to. Alright, we need progression now against 3 calls. Alright, that's some progression. 1 step. So if we draw 1, we're into a pair weight on... Well, we're onto a white dragon weight, basically, at this point. The only exception to this is if we draw a south right now, which... or a south before we get to that stage. Alright, so we're up against 2 double calls, probably Chanter, which is really awkward for the 2 tiles I need to get rid of. Also, I have no idea what Prospero is up to. Oh, he's definitely pushing Chancer though if he's going 4 for 4 actually. That's what he's done. We'll follow up. 8 will be safe to Prospero. He's played a triplet at 9s. Yeah, that was not a good decision. I don't know why I did that. No, okay, ignore me. I mean, there's this many calls, and we decided to open calm that. So now we need a white dragon, otherwise we just do not advance with this hand. Yeah, it was even one of his silly Kanyas, so... Nah, that was a wrong move. Ultimately, the only plus, I guess, for that argument is that we need to be in Tempai, if nothing else. So because of board state, we absolutely have to hit Tempai. So 1 extra draw, I guess, but... Four more draws. 4 more discards we can call. And she has played a 6. I mean, Haite would work, but I don't think we're going to Haite this.
No.
Ah, well. Alright, now we're into Yakum and Mahjong. Yeah, that was abysmal. Whatever loose justification I have that I need to get into Tempai, absolutely. Hey, I'm not disputing it. What am I going to do with this? So ultimately, we have two options for progression. The message was, I am on tilt, Mono. There was absolutely no justification for that, really. As I said, my loose tedious, I have to be in Tempai, and that gives me an extra draw, is correct, but it's not a good reason in the slightest. These are the draws we deserve. I mean, honestly, the only real hand we can develop from here is 7 pairs, I guess. At least in terms of what we need for value. And that's only because of shortcut to Hanneman. And we're going to have to attack that. Thankfully, though, we can play 4 and 7 against him. Haven't played a 6, so that's at least something. Well, extra drawer. We do get 7 pairs. We have drawer 2 now. Nah, you gotta go for it. That's fine. 5 more draws to get 2 more useful things just to get in the draw state. 5 passes though, so I suppose that's an option. Do we have another route into Tempai? I guess it doesn't really matter even if we do at this point. So you'd almost prefer Prospero to get another dealer turn. Well, we can play 5. So Ishan's in. So I guess the question is, because inevitably we... Oh, okay, fine. I was going to say, inevitably we're going to draw the 6 over the thing. So Dora or white. And if we'd have chosen to keep white, we'd have lost. But, you know. We're losing anyway. It's good. Alright, last hand. It will be the last hand because Soda is massively in the lead. And... 10k. I mean, this is an okay hand, actually. Possibly going quick attack because he absolutely should. I mean, Manga and Sumo isn't enough. I need to get this to Hanneman if I'm going to do anything with it, so... So draw a couple more 6s, draw a couple more 4s, multi-can. Honitsu Toto? Some carnage would be useful. So what do you actually need for the lead? You need 20,000, so you actually... Okay, fine. So with the dealer, we would get double from that, same from the other side. So I think you'd still need a Hanneman, so that would be 6 to 18. No, that wouldn't be enough. So you still need to get a Buyman. So... Open Chanter, open Toy Toy. Yeah, a few more emotes than I would like, but you know. Unfortunately, Lily's going to need Khans if she's going to overhaul with this hand. She's safe to Prosper in Munganing, though, so there's that. Yeah, I mean, ultimately she needs the Buyman, so Carning would have to happen. As I say, the only risk is obviously Prospero getting a Hanneman himself, but... Yeah, the only person who probably doesn't want to Karn is Solar, so I'm banking that when this eventually rolls around, Solar is the one who's going to Karn. Yeah, she's got the South as well, because obviously it's it would be double South and Dora, so that's Mungan automatically there. Upgrade our hand a little bit, just for a point, I suppose. So we could get actually out of this Tanyo, Pinfu, Sanshiku, Riichi, and Dora 2. I think is the absolute best way this can work out for us. So we need to draw 5 and 5, or 5 or 5. 5-man, 5, so, and that's the only good hand we've got. And by good, I mean good enough to overhaul Prospero. And 3 of the 5's already gone, so, you know, there's that side of the coin with that one. Nevertheless. I mean, it's not going to be enough. Well, there is a 5 out there we can still get. No. Nah, we're not gonna interrupt this game. We could call that and go for things, but actually, it's not gonna make a difference. We're not gonna catch up to Prospero. We're gonna let the game play out rather than interrupt this. Well, that's fine. Prospero will interrupt it because he's got his own legitimate reason to. We had no... Could have called for tempo, wouldn't have given us much, admittingly. So... There we are. I lose all the points I won today. GG all. Except me. I played abysmally. But GG all anyway. Right, I'm going to call that stream there. Thanks for joining us. I will hopefully be back next week. And yeah, we'll see how things go. Yeah, no worries. I played that absolutely abysmally as mentioned. But you played well. GG. Catch you later.